Abdul and 52. Well, I'm originally from, I was born in, I tell people all the time I'm my mud. My mom's from Kingston, Jamaica. My father's from Panama. I was raised in Brooklyn, New York. Every time I think about where I come from. My father was one of the biggest drug dealers in Brooklyn. One of the biggest drug dealers in Brooklyn, right? I didn't meet my pop. I always heard his name, but I didn't meet my pop until I was like 13. I was raised by my aunts, my uncles, my grandparents. This story that I'm about to tell you, it's not supposed to brag because it warped the fuck out. Right? At the age of 7, my family used to strap packs to me to take it 3-4 blocks. At the age of 7. At the age of 13, my family first put a gun in my hand. At the age of 13. My uncle came to me and said, look, I need you to do this. Well, I can't tell him no, I'm a child. I didn't want to do it, right? So my uncle took some cocaine out, put it on the saucer. He said, I'm gonna show you what to do, then you're gonna go out and you're gonna do what you gotta do. So he showed me what to do, I did it. This is a very true story. So I did it, I went out and did it. Came back and had to do that plate again just to forget about what I did. And every time I got sent out, every time I come back, I had to do it again to forget. Here comes addiction at an early age. I sold drugs over 25 years. Once again, this story ain't nothing to boast and brag about. I've been locked up more than half my life. I am the epitome of institutionalization. That's me. I tell people all the time, people tell me, yo, be careful out here, be careful in these streets. I tell them I am the street. I'm not boasting and bragging. I wish I would have never route. I wish I would have went another route. I wish I'd have been strong enough to tell my family no. I was beat to death. I died 3 times on the table. I flatlined 3 times on the table. When I say beat, I mean actually beat to death. Can I tell you how it happened? Brooklyn, New York. I'm always a loner. So I was at the movie theater. It was over, I left out. I said, well, should I go home or should I go see this girl? I turned around from the path I was going and went to go see the girl. On the way, I passed one alley. I got close to the second entrance and got hit. I don't know what hit me. When I came to, I saw 4 men holding me like this, beating me. Boom, boom, boom. I goes out. Now just because I go out don't mean they stop. The next time I awake, they got me stretched out. That's when he took the bat, went across my knees. I had pins in both knees. From the pain of that, I goes out again. The next time I opened my eyes, I thought it was raining. I went to do like this, my face is all wet. I was getting up, I was trying to get up. This lady passed by. No, let me finish the story. So when I was on the ground and I looked up, and he stood over me. One time in the chest. And they left me. In the gutter. This lady was walking past, she said she heard rattling. She came to see what it was. I thought I was standing up, but come to find out, the only thing was moving was my foot like this, and I was on the ground. But I thought I was standing up. She called the paramedics, ambulance, police, all of them came, took me to the hospital. When I got there, I flatlined 3 times. I was in the hospital for 6 months. I made the Brooklyn Gazette as a miracle patient because nobody, including my family, doctors, didn't think I would come out of that coma. But Allahu Akbar, I came out. He allowed me to come out. Doctor came into the room and said, Mr. Small, there's a 98% chance you would never walk again. I said, fuck that. As soon as I'm able to go into rehabilitation, sign me up. I had to learn to walk all over again. I had to learn how to pronunciate my words and talk again. It took me 20 minutes just to raise my hand. But I worked, and I worked, and I worked. And somehow I just never came back from all that. I got a lot of pain. I've done a lot of things. A lot of things I'm not even nowhere close to. Excuse me. It still hurts. This eye right here was hanging out of my face. I didn't know, I saw pictures. It didn't set, nothing was severed, so they were just able to place it back. I have a fiberglass plate in my jaw. My skull is cracked from here to here. Pins in both knees, bullet in my chest. I'm in pain every day. And now on top of that, I had my toe amputated here in Philadelphia 3 years ago. They told me it was a bone infection. 2 years passed, I was still in pain. Now it was this foot. So when I go back to the temple, they did more study to come to find out it wasn't a bone infection that they saw. The mass that they saw was cancer. So now I have bone cancer. Some days I can't even get up and walk. I can't stand for too long. That means I can't work. So I drown myself in what I do. Self-medicate. But I know that ain't the answer. I have no family here. That's my only friend over there. I've been in Philadelphia almost 6 years. Trying to survive, trying to make it. I try to stay on a positive path. But sometimes situations and circumstances causes me to do other things just to survive. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people say, oh, you ain't got to do this. A lot of them ain't out here with me. I can't go into none of these stores right here and say, I'm broke, can you please give me a whole platter? I can't do that. I did 15 years to the door. I got out in 2010. I used to bang. Part of my release, they surgically lasered the teardrop from my eye. And I had to go to elementary schools, middle schools, and talk to the kids about the life. I used to tell them all the time, listen, And everybody here with all that glitter ain't gold. The young kids, all they see is the hype, the fast cars, the money, the jewelry, the girls. But what they don't show these kids are what you go through to get there, if you get there. So I try to shine a light on them. This life that I live, it was forced on me. So I'll try to educate kids. Even if you think there's nowhere else but to do what this is, there's always a second option. But that means you got to be a leader. That means you got to put your foot first, no matter peer pressure. A lot of people these days are frightful of being themselves and being leaders. They worry about the circumstances too much. So they, instead of standing up, they still sit down and follow suit. You can't change anything by doing that. So my life is my life. I'm 52 years old. I've been in the street. I've been in the street life all my life. But Allah, I found Islam, and Allah changed my heart. Now, I try to guide, lead the pathway, regardless of what you see me do. It's never the messenger, it's the message. Don't look at me and say, oh, he smoke coke, oh, he smoke weed, or he drink, he alcoholic. Don't worry about that. Be concerned about the message that I'm bringing to you. The days of Noah, and I'm going to say this, the days of Noah, Noah was a drunk. He would go to the people, Allah gave him a message to send to the people, he would go to the people like this. Drunk. But he still passed the word. Regardless of how you see me, this is my obligation to show you, to try to teach you the right way. So it's up to you. The name of this poem is called A Thug's Testimony. Manifestations of a life that has been forgotten. 10 times 10 is how we were disciplined. Now discipline gets ducked sometimes 10 times. The nomads and their fires burn heavy through the streets. Faint whispers of screams ease through the seams. Homies scuffle with dogs, then it comes to your man. Fireworks, or better yet, quicksand. Damn. Dear Father, please forgive La Familia. The world has trained us to be pimps, hustlers, and thugs. Please hug us as our life goes on. Do not look down upon those that glance and judge. No one really knows the hearts of men. Sometimes you just have to bear and grin. Dear Father, please forgive me for my past, present, and future sins. For unto this I was born into unwillingly. Therefore, my toils are foretold by the sky. As I walk around this mixed up world in which we live, something catches my eye. I notice a rose bush. And on this rose bush, there's a bud that has not yet blossomed. But in due time, this bud will blossom, bring forth as much beauty into the world as it can, wither and die. Tell me this, why is the destiny of this rosebud the same destiny as the unborn child?